Well, tonight I am sitting here looking for vehicles with no luck at all. Looking at GMC, which is kind of I would say, a better price compared to like Chevy. Ford has their stuff, but I'm looking at Sierras and I'm looking at what is the GMC Canyons, is what they're called. And this is actually slightly frustrating because it's kind of like sad how much they want for these vehicles. Even looking in the used SUV class, I'm having a really hard time finding something because some of the stuff that I need, I did a search for campers because Sam and I want to get back into that, and I really need something that's going to tow around, like, for a pop-up, 3,000 to 4,000 pounds, closer to 4 if I'm going to carry water on board, and all the gear. We're talking, you need something that can pull 4,000 pounds, and then I was thinking about it, it's like, I should just get something that pulls like 7,000 pounds so I can carry a small pull behind, and I don't have to do all the work of popping it up. Well, that really leaves me with like more full size, like you could get a Colorado, that would probably work. But like Tahoes, what would be the Ford one, Expeditions, stuff like that. That's more what I'm looking for. And like I'll do a used search on Craigslist because there's really, like, you can use, like, I guess Auto Trader or whatever, but we'll just do 20 grand, which would be like, it would have to be the perfect scenario for me to consider that. And we'll just do Chevy Tahoe, and it's like, I can find some, but then they're so old it makes me wonder, like that body style is what I want, but then this one is more like what I can finance, and like this one for 16 grand, 156,000 miles. That's a lot of money for that, If you really do think about it, it's nice, but I don't know if it's actually worth 16 grand. For this one for 5 grand, how much does this have? 185. So 20,000 miles more, and it's a third the price. But the only problem is that's a 12-year-old vehicle. I don't know if they'll finance me. More than likely they wouldn't. But I don't know. It's just getting extremely hard on me because I do have to look, because I do have to find something. But it's hard for me to find what I want. And someone asked what happened to the Yukon, and I believe they're talking about, like, what happened to the Tahoe. So I had my old car, which is a Mercury Sable. Got rid of that on trade-in for my new car, which is a Ford Focus. Brand new when I got it, which is 2014. But now, okay, I got that. Then I got a 95 F-150, which I really should have never got rid of. I love that thing. Single cab, long box, 2-wheel drive, 5-speed. And I replaced the clutch in it and the battery. And it had a full tune-up done by the guy before me, and I bought it for $500. Run perfectly, drove everywhere. It was ready to go. It needed a little bit of work because the front end was like sloppy, but it had like new tires on it. Regardless, I shouldn't have got rid of it, but I did. I got rid of that when we moved to the apartment. I got rid of that, and then I got the Tahoe, and the Tahoe I did a full tune-up on, new battery, all this stuff. Put a new rear end in it, which that was my fault. But I got rid of that when we moved into this house because it had 230 something thousand miles on it, and it was getting worn out. It needed front end parts, new tires. It had a weird, I don't know if you'd call it a shift solenoid, or the transmission might have actually been going out, but if you were going like 45 miles an hour down the road, well, anything over 45 miles an hour down the road, the torque converter would kick in and out, causing it to upshift and then downshift and then upshift and then downshift. And when it would downshift really almost hard, like you would feel it kind of surge or whatever you want to call it. So I got rid of that. I didn't really do too bad on it. I didn't make money, but I only lost enough where it costed me like $50 a month to have that. So I am happy I got rid of it, because by the time I was done sticking all those new... it needed an intake gasket, because in the wintertime you'd have to start it twice. It needed a decent amount of work. And at that time, I had already put a decent amount of work into it, and I was kind of over it. So that's where that one went. Now I'm looking at something like that again, because another big thing was it had airbags for the suspension, and they were shot. It had like the coil springs and then the airbags, and to convert that over is like $600 or something ridiculous. And the thing was a hunk of junk. My 95 F-150 ran better than that thing. So criteria now is more, focused for reliability, I guess. I don't know. I wish they had websites like this that actually were like as simple to use as Craigslist, because I don't know a whole lot about like Auto Trader or Car Soup, but I feel like that's kind of like, I don't know, like it's not refreshed as often as something like this, and it might be, I just don't know. But yeah, I'm looking at something that's going to tow 4,000 or more pounds. Because I'd be okay with 4,000. We could get a pop-up trailer, a nice pop-up trailer. Anything more is just a bonus, but really the terrains, GMC terrains, are okay. But the thing is, I don't want to get something that has like a 2.4 liter motor that says it can tow 1,500 pounds, because the car has a 2 liter motor, and I'm sorry, but 2.4 isn't much more, and that thing like barely pulls that trailer as is. So I couldn't imagine adding a few thousand pounds and making it a SUV and then expecting it to pull 1,500 to 2,000 pounds. I need something with like a V6 or a V8, and that's, has the power, and that's why I like Tahoes and more Chevy and GMC products, because they haven't went to a EcoBoost motor or anything like that. They're just kind of simple. 184,000 miles. It's not even worth my time, because by the time I get it paid off, $11,000, I'm going to have to go get another loan. So I'm kind of looking for something that is going to last me, but is also a good deal at the same time. Forest Lake, 161. Yeah. How much do they want for that? $13,750. Yeah. And it might come down to it. I have a really hard time justifying that, it's just not it. But, I could get a single cab truck and it would do everything perfectly except for hold a child seat. That's kind of a big requirement. I don't want to do this all over again in 2 years. I want something that's going to like last me for 10 years. So we will see. I'm still stuck in like 2012. So when I see a vehicle that's like oh, a 2007, that's pretty new. And I'm like, actually, that's 10 years old. um, yeah, I'm still stuck back there, but anyways, that's what's going on. Just trying to find something. I mean, Dodge trucks are a pretty good deal. Never really been around Dodge too much, but the trucks seem pretty decent for price. And they have, you know, a decent motor. But I haven't been around them, so I'm not super comfortable running a Dodge, you know. So we'll see. I'm not really saying like I'm a Ford guy or whatever. I'm just trying to find something that's gonna fit in my budget for the right price. So Trailblazers are still looking okay. Have to do a little more research in them. Somebody said that they get bad gas mileage and stuff like that, and I imagine they do. My old 95 Blazer got like 10 miles to the gallon, but it started every day and it ran good, so, or, you know, it always ran, so. Alright, that's enough of this. That's what's going on. I've been eating chips, and the puppy dog is sleeping away. He's been sleeping like that since I brought him outside, so he must be tired. Phoenix, hey buddy. Alright, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll talk to you later.